You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Here is a complete video of a maker set from start to finish. If you want to skip ahead to specific points in the video, then check the description below for skip times. Enjoy! Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop, and here's the last Easter egg kit that we're going to do this year for 2014. This is the PAAS Super Color Tablet, actual size for 99 cents. And what's so special about this one? Well, I'll tell you in just a second. Besides the picture's really cool, the egg's floating in the colors, and he's half a colored egg, and then you could see his bottom half is purple, and he's just floating. It's a pretty neat little picture, and it contains 6 cold water fizz coloring tablets, 1 punch-out animal hunt puzzle, 1 egg dipper, 4 egg holders, and 9 twirly tops. What makes this unique? Well, this is from the year 2000. So imagine being a kid back in 2000, 13 years ago. This is what the PAAS sets look like. And let's see. Okay, so there's everything in the picture. And then I'll just open it, because don't you want to see inside? Alright, let's set this in the back. Alright, and let's take a look. Alright, so there's our tray, which is pretty neat. Let me turn this down. You want to see it, don't you? Okay, so let's go over. We have the Super Color tablets, which do look like the actual size. They are pretty much much bigger than a normal tablet. And then here are the 4 little egg standees. Your egg grabber or dipper, and this hasn't changed over the years. Your tray puzzle, punch out animal puzzle, so you can punch out all the pieces and build the puzzle. And there was 9 twirly tops. The twirly tops are the circles on the back, so they say you can do a project with them. Now I'm going to leave this unpunched so I can read it and keep the box, but it also works as a drawing table. So what do I need here? Let's just see. Lots of vinegar, right? So I'll read it and then we'll get started. Directions: follow these easy directions for bright instant color eggs at Easter time or any time. Hard boiled clean white eggs. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Do not use aluminum or iron pans. For each color, pour 3 measured teaspoonfuls of vinegar into a 6-8-ounce container. Drop color tablet into vinegar and mix until dissolved. Add ½ cup cold water to color vinegar. For best results, use a standard measuring tablespoon for dispensing vinegar, not an eating utensil. Make sure containers are free of oil and detergent. And then bend dipper as shown in photograph. Dip egg until desired shade is obtained, or for a minimum of 3 minutes. The longer the egg is kept in the solution, the brighter the color. For best results, dipping the egg up and down with a dipper or spoon will make a more consistent color. Drain well, place egg in drying tray, and let dry. And then for the twirly tops, punch out perforated discs for package from package and package back. Push round toothpicks through the hole and spin. Safe package and back for an easy to use egg dyeing tray. Okay, let me get set. Get everything in here, and we'll get started. All right, here we go. Here are the containers I used in a previous video. They were from the deli. They seem to be working pretty good. If you want a full egg coverage, then these containers will only let you do half of the egg at a time, or you just tip it and it'll cover the full egg. But I wanted to show you down here the different sizes. So this is what's in this kit. This is what you see nowadays for the color tablet. Now, isn't that a nice difference? I think we're going to get some good color out of this. So the first thing was to put 3 tablespoons of vinegar in each, and I'm using a measuring tablespoon. That's what they said. So if you hear me counting out loud, it's just because I need to keep focus here. And there's 1, 2, trying to keep a rhythm going so I don't lose my train of thought. 1, 2, 3. I put something down on my tabletop too, so it's protecting that. 2, 3. And then it's a drop in a color tablet into each. Alright. Don't even count. I set up 6 thinking it's usually 6. So here's 1. Ooh, look at that fizz. 2. Need to change the angle for this one for you. Right on top. Get my camera just set just right so you can see. So cool. green, vibrant colors. Purple, and then orange, I think. And there's orange. Okay, so I need to let these do their thing. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to let the camera run while they fizz. And you won't hear from me anymore. We'll check back in just a little bit. Okay, I am back. I do remember it said to mix, but I just thought it was cool to watch them. I'm using my tool. You've seen this tool. They're not totally broken up yet, but they're close, so we're almost there. Let's see, which one is still fizzing the most? This yellow has a decent sized tablet. So I'll just, I guess, keep doing that. Because after this then, let's see, add half cup cold water. Okay. So I guess I gotta give it another minute or so. I don't think I'm gonna edit it out, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna go grab the eggs and come right back. Okay, I was just getting the eggs. We got enough to work with here. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm not going to use any different eggs or the plastic eggs like I've used. I'm going to stick with, you know, your traditional 13-year-old set. Thought we'd save it for last because the other sets we showed you were kind of different. The coloring, the gold one. But I'm going to show you all of them at the end of this video. So I think we're pretty good. Add a half cup cold water to each. It's a nice color. They're all nice colors, nice and vibrant. I've done in the past too where I didn't even want to put a half cup, put a quarter cup, and then it kept it even more vibrant, but I'm sticking to the directions the way they say. One more, and it's almost gone. There's just a little tablet in there. Okay. Alright. Then it says, what does it say? Use a standard measuring tape. Okay. Bend dipper. Okay, I got my dipper bent. Dip egg until desired shade. Well, sometimes I just stick them in, so I'm going to stick them in the different colors. I'll do 3 for now in these 3 colors. Ooh, look at that, nice. Let me mix the last one. And a couple things that I've done in the past. So I'm going to do it right now while those sit. I'll let those sit. Make a quick adjustment here and do a couple different things here that you might have done back in 2000. Alright, so while those are soaking in the back and getting nice color to them, a couple things that I've done, probably older than 2000, is you could take wax, any kind of wax, pencil, candle, and you can draw something on there, and then the color won't stick there. At least that's the way I remember it. I haven't done that in so long. I'm going to do it now. I'll put this one in the green. Okay, just going to drop it in there. And then another thing I used to do, and still do, is rubber bands. I used to like to take rubber bands and then just twist them tightly around different ways, like that. Get another one in here. You got to get a couple on there to kind of hold them all down. Twist it, and they'll pop off, so you just kind of stick it back on. And then this also made lines in different variations. Well, that, you just do that. I'll stick that one in the orange. I don't know if you've done those things. We move these around. As you can see, this one is working. I wrote something on there. I'm sure some of you realize what I wrote. And then let me take my tray here and move in the blue one, as I like the color of that one. And the red one. And this purple one. Okay, now let's take a look at this one here. It's working. You see I wrote LPS, and it's still on the egg. So I'll pull that one out. I only have 3 more eggs, so. And this will definitely stain your fingers. So let's take a look at the last one here. And this one here, you kind of need to move it around and maybe put in another color. I'll do that. Put in the blue. And then let's see, because I thought with these containers, if I'm careful, I could do, just leave it sit. We'll see if it works. It'll be hard to get out, but I'm going to put my last 3 eggs in. 2, and then we'll put one in here. Okay, all right. Now I need to get the one with the rubber bands. And I gotta let it dry, so I'm gonna pull it out, let that dry in this slot here. So I'm gonna let these sit just a second here, and then gonna check back after these sit, because I'm gonna carefully lift them out and flip them over. All right. Okay, so I've moved these eggs to the back. These have been sitting. I'm gonna use my fingers. It's really the only way to safely grab them, and then take it, and now flip it this way, and rest it in there, and see if I can get green on that side. More green, and then let me take this one here and flip it here. So this will be a good time to tell us your techniques. I'm sure everybody had some really cool Easter egg techniques that they did and that they remember and that they cherish, or that you've shared with your kids. Maybe you learned from your grandma or someone special to you. So I am set now. I just need to let those sit a little bit. And when I come back, I'll clean up a little bit, show this set, and then do a little recap, because it is pretty neat. And then we'll do the final presentation. Hang in there. Sorry, I forgot. I got to pull these out, so let's see how they look. I want you to see that. That's it. That's what I was looking for. And then this one here should be half orange, half yellow. There you go. Half purple, half red. Look at that. And it's got a little extra different color variation on there. Excellent. So I do still need to clean up now, and sorry for that little edit there, but we'll move on. All right, I am back. I moved to a tray so I could fit them all on one tray, and as you can see, the colors came out really good. I did not take the rubber bands off of this one yet, so let me do that. I'm not sure what it's going to look like, if it even worked. Yes, it did. See? It's still a little wet in spots, but what that does is give you just a different variation. Look at that. We'll set that there. And then I didn't pull any of these out, so I wanted to make one of these for you. See how easy or hard it is. Imagine back in 2000, they used these. A lot of ones you see now are cardboard. Heavier cardboard. They're little strips. These are definitely going to be harder to work with and get out. Let's see. Take my time. I'll just set up one for you, because I still have to get to the rest of the end of the video with all the different sets. So overall, my thoughts on this set, pretty cool. I just like As you know from the channel, we do a lot of older toys and stuff, so it's nice to be able to take a step back 13 or 14 years and do a set like this. You know, maybe that was a set you did and you forgot what it was all about. Now you can refresh your memory. There we go. Now this will cover up part of the egg, so I'll take my blue one and set it in there. Okay, I'll have to do the rest. Oh, it doesn't want to stay. A little too heavy maybe. I'd probably come in and tape this, which I won't do now, but I'll come back and set the rest up because I want to do the final display. And as you can see, these came out really nice. This was the half and half just by using those. And this one came out with, like, because it was multicolored here, it's because this was matching to this and made a new color. Same with this one. That's why it's almost 3 colors. So overall, really fun. I hope you enjoyed this one. We're not done yet, though. I need to bring it all in now, from the first kit to this kit, and then just do a final talk about all of them and show you how they all worked out. Well, here we go. This was the big display I was trying to make with all the eggs I've done throughout the whole Easter series, and it starts all the way on the left. You can kind of just see them here. I'll have to take my camera off the tripod to give you a little better look at everything, but I wanted to go over first a couple of tools that I used. I've been using a lot of this edible Easter grass, and you've seen me take that out, actually taste it, and then use it in a couple of the displays. And then I've used these bunny ear tongs, which work great, and the plastic decorating eggs. So you've seen them go from one step to the next step, and they work pretty good in most situations, and found out by the end, you know, the longer you let them sit, the better, and they do work pretty good. So let me get those all out of the way. And then the PAAS color snaps. I use that mainly on the Decorator and once on this no spill set to kind of spicing up one of my eggs in there, and it's in there, and I'll show you that. And then, so let me do this. Let me get my camera off the tripod here, and then we'll go set by set, and I'll show you all the eggs close up. All right, well, here's the first set I did. It was the 24 karat eggs coloring kit, RJ Rabbit approved, and I think it came out pretty good. If you want to see any of the videos I'm going to show you of these sets here, look in the description for a playlist. That'll be there, and you can see what I went through. And then this is the packaging on that one. So that's what it looks like. 24 karat eggs coloring kit. The one right next to it was the PAAS Clay Creations. And I'm still questioning my middle one. I just think, you know, for Easter, what a wacky looking bunny rabbit. But I made that and then went back and tried to revisit this kit to see about the shapes. I was able to make another one on the left and the LPS version on the right with bunny ears. And then the next kit, would you see that box? That's the box on that one. Is the Dudley's Decorator. Now that one, I used the PAAS color snaps that I showed you earlier. And the PAAS, the kit itself doesn't come with any coloring, so you have to get that. It's kind of an add-on to these other kits if you want to get it. And pretty happy with that one. I like the way it worked. And then the next thing we did was the No Spill set. Let me show you the back of the box there. See that in there? So you put the eggs in there, and then they wouldn't spill when you flip them out. And then I added a Tweety and a Bugs Bunny in there just to kind of make a little presentation for you. Kind of like a standard coloring on that one. So you could take the PAAS color strips like snaps like I did with the middle egg. That's what I used there. And then the next one we did was the Dudley's Spinning Egg, and that's what those look like up close if you didn't get to see them in that video. And that's what the spinner looks like in the back. And then the last set, which I just did, is the PAAS Easter Egg coloring kit from the year 2000. Did another LPS. You saw me do that with a wax crayon, and then that's the cover for that one. So I'm going to say overall, what do you think? Let me put this camera back on the tripod, and then we'll just recap everything. Well, I am back. I hope that was a nice little tour of everything, and you got a nice close-up of all the different sets. So what do you think about the sets, and do you have any special things that you do for Easter, or a set that you like to do every year? Well, leave a comment below, and this probably caps off our Easter series. So happy Easter, everybody, and thanks for watching all the videos and wonderful comments, and thanks for being part of Lucky Penny Shop. And again, thanks for watching. There's a playlist in the description. Later. If you want to find this item, click the link in the description area below the video. You can also watch more videos in this series by clicking here. Thanks for watching! And always remember, if you see a lucky penny, pick it up!